is the Deafening Silence ASMR channel, returning from the dead to bring you some actual content. It's been a while, and I figured I had actually recorded a video that was kind of like one of those stereotypical YouTuber apologies for, a long break or whatever. But I figured, you know what, instead of doing that, let's actually record some gameplay content. Let's actually record some content in general for the channel. And yeah, I'll get into the reason for the absence and stuff like that. But as you can see here, we are doing Pokemon Heartgold. This is some post commentary I've actually already recorded. I already recorded this in advance, and I'm doing commentary over it. And I don't know if I'll do them all like this. I may do some where I'm actually playing it live. This also may have a little bit of game audio in the background. I may actually go forward and not do game audio. We're just kind of gonna take this step by step and see what happens. So I'm going ahead and getting the game started up here, as you can tell. And we got Professor Oak here, looking like a dapper gentleman. And he is the Pokemon Professor. And as opposed to the first games where he shows you a Nidoran, he's going to show you a Marill, I believe. Yes, it is a Marill. So, just getting the typical intro here. And I guess I should talk about a little bit more for the absence. Give my little apology here and explain. So, because I know I've seen that I got about 30 subscribers in the absence from the channel, and I also noticed that I got quite a lot of views on some of the videos. One of them I saw got 1,000. It was the Yu-Gi-Oh video, which I was kind of shocked on that. So there have probably been some people waiting for me. Yeah, I named myself Jack. Named myself Jack from like Jack and Daxter. Huge fan of that game. So anyway, for the absence, it wasn't that I wanted to stop making videos. Even 2 or 3 months after the last video that I'd uploaded, I was wanting to still make videos for the channel. The thing is, though, it was a couple of things. One, I didn't quite know what to make. I was running out of like ideas that I was wanting to do, and the main thing I'd wanted to do on this channel was gaming content. I wanted to do gaming ASMR because I love video games. I love ASMR videos, and I don't always play like this, but I like to relax with gaming. I don't take myself seriously. I'm not a quote-unquote hardcore gamer. I will get into games and play them a lot, but I'm not, a perfectionist when it comes to games, or, I have to complete 100% of the games. The only game I can ever remember completing absolutely 100%, I think, was Crash Bandicoot Warped for the PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2. I can't remember which one that was. So I was wanting to make gaming ASMR stuff for this channel, but in addition to kind of running out of content ideas, the computer that I was using was just in really bad shape, and it got to the point where it wasn't able to play certain games well anymore that it used to be able to. It also wasn't able to play games and record at the same time. Just got horribly bogged down, even some simpler games. And there was just there were some personal things in life that got in the way, and I don't know, that screen keeps like cutting in and out there. I don't know why it's doing that. It doesn't do it with the Visual Boy, so I don't know what's going on with that. But anywho, yeah, I didn't have good equipment. I didn't have a good setup, and I didn't have a really means to make good videos. So that's the reason for the hiatus. And again, like I said, instead of just coming on here and making a kind of like apology update video and saying that I'm going to try to bring gaming back to the channel, I figured, why not just actually make a video, like a real video. And so anyway, that's the kind of like update jargon. I've actually been making videos again. Not on here though. I started up a channel strictly for gaming, which is called The Lone Wolf. And it may change to The Lone Wolf Gaming, but as of right now, it's just The Lone Wolf. And I'll have it linked here in the video description, and I think I may have it on the about page on my main channels page and stuff. So it's strictly dedicated to gaming, and I've actually been doing a Pokemon Fire Red Nuzlocke randomizer playthrough on that. And as we speak, part 11 is rendering down right now for me to upload it to YouTube. Okay, so here we go. I'm looking through the different Pokemon here. We got Chikorita, we got Totodile, we got Cyndaquil, which is my favorite of the three. And actually, right here at this point, I was kind of like torn on what I want to do. And I started like flipping the Pokeballs around really fast. I own Soul Silver in real life, and I was using Totodile on that one, but I went ahead and I went with Cyndaquil because that's my favorite dude from Gen 2. It's one of my very favorite Pokemon, and fire types are my favorite type of Pokemon. So, but yeah, I've uploaded on my gaming channel. I've uploaded 12 videos so far, fixing to be 13. And right here, I think I was trying to decide what I'm going to do with my nickname. Took a little bit, but what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I've uploaded 10 parts, fixing to be 11 parts, to the Nuzlocke randomizer in the past little over a month. And I've uploaded one Red Dead Redemption video, which was me showing off where the best place is to have a shootout in Valentine, the main kind of like city of the game, like the main western type city, livestock town. And I just uploaded yesterday, as of this recording, a reaction to what we saw from Nintendo Direct, which was the announcement of Pokemon Gen 8, named Pokemon Sword and Shield. And that's about a 6-minute or so video, and I think it'd be really cool if you guys checked it out. Kind of inspired from The Legend of Korra, but not totally, because I've never actually seen the series. So, what else? So the graphics that you see on screen and all that kind of stuff, I made this all myself. Of course, the Cyndaquil picture up there in the corner is already pre-made by somebody. It was made by a chap on DeviantArt. But yeah, everything else that you see here, well, okay, the backdrop, obviously, that lovely picture of Johto, I didn't make that. But I put everything together that you see here. So I did something like this on Fire Red, but personally, I think this one's a whole lot better. So we get Lyra, I think it's Lyra, talking to you here. She's got a Meryl following her. And we are officially starting the journey. And I don't know, I'm just kind of taking my time going around talking to everybody. I'm talking to the jerk over here in the corner. I can't remember if this particular rival has an actual name. Like if they give him an actual name for the story of this game. But, you know, he was always named as like the 3 question marks in the first version of these games. And me being a kid at the time playing them, I was like, oh, his name's question mark, question mark, question mark. And that's what I told the cop. And the cop is probably looking at me like, you're an idiot. So, I should say this. I would like to do like a full ASMR playthrough of this game. I'd like to go through at least the first part of the game up to being Pokemon League champion, you know, for the Johto part of it. I don't know if I'll do the Kanto part of it because Professor Elm's coming back out. All these endless interruptions before you actually take off. I don't know if I'll do the Kanto part because that's something that I would like to do for the channel, is just a playthrough of Kanto on, you know, one of the other versions like Fire Red or Leaf Green. So I'm just checking out Cora there again, and we're finally taking off. And yeah, by the time the next video comes up, that Heartgold logo, I'll have it moved up slightly so it's not cutting off so much of the screen. But so we get our first official Pokemon battle in the game, which is a Hoot. And I should say also, as of this point, I don't know what my team will be for this particular playthrough. I can't even remember off the top of my head what exclusives are in this version. Outside of Vulpix, I know Arcanine's like over on Soul Silver. I think that was the main reason I bought that game over this one whenever I had a choice of getting one or the other. So, so I'm gonna be doing a few battles here in the grass. I always like to get my starter leveled up, you know, 2 or 3 levels before I actually go through the later parts of the game, because levels matter in RPGs. They definitely do. And I should say, looking at Cyndaquil's sprite, it looks amazing. And one of the things I've really not liked from Pokemon is that they took the Cyndaquil line and they changed it to where the flames are not always out. They only come out for attacks, which I think just makes them look a lot less weak, or a lot more weak, I should say. A lot less cool, which is ironic for a fire type, but like Typhlosion just looks very, I think, kind of derpy-ish without the fire constantly shooting out of its back, which, I mean, that doesn't even make sense. Its name's Typhlosion, like explosion, you know. But yeah, I noticed I was doing a flip through of the Soul Silver strategy guide and just talking about that on there. Someone commented and suggested that I do a playthrough of Soul Silver, that would be cool on here. And to you, I'm sorry, it's not Soul Silver. The reason I chose Heartgold is because I have Soul Silver in real life, and I've not ever played through Heartgold. I've played through Gold, but not this version. And I just wanted to see what like exclusives would be in here, or if there's any, you know, much difference. So it is still a playthrough of Johto in Gen 4. So and like I mentioned in that particular video, I believe Gen 2, or Johto rather, Johto is my favorite region as far as, you know, aesthetically, design, and style. I am a Gen 1er of sorts. Gen 1 is my favorite generation as far as like Pokemon, and I guess you could say characters and stuff like that, 'cause it's what I grew up with, you know. I was a kid when all that exploded onto the scene, and Cora learned smokescreen. Great. I need a fire move, though, badly. Stab. Same type attack bonus move. And yeah, I think I'm going to start speeding through these here if I remember correctly, because I was not... maybe not. But, yeah, like the Johto region, I think is a beautiful, beautiful looking area, and it's a shame that Gen 2 is so short of a playthrough, you know. And it does kind of rely heavily on Gen 1. It kind of doesn't stand out on its own, which is a shame, because it's a beautiful game, and a lot of the Gen 2 Pokemon are very, you know, cool. Like the starters, and Houndoom, and Ampharos, and Caesar, and Heracross. I mean, there's a lot of really cool Pokemon in Gen 2, but anyway. Yeah, Sword and Shield was announced as of yesterday, as of the recording of this video, and like I said, I made a reaction video for it that I think you guys should check out, but basically, my thoughts are, I think everything looked awesome that we saw, except for the Pokemon. I think they look too kiddish, and that's all I'm going to say about it. You should check out the video for more thoughts on that. I might even link that in the description box as well. But for my gaming channel, the gameplay videos are shorter than this. This one's probably going to be about 40 minutes long. Because I know people like longer ASMR videos because they're for relaxation and, you know, just kind of maybe sleep or, you know, just unwinding. But yeah, the videos I do on that channel are shorter. They're about 20 minutes, give or take. So they're a little bit more bearable, because I know a lot of people are ADD. Gaming ideas for this channel it's not going to be limited to just Pokemon. I actually would love to do some Red Dead Redemption 2 stuff on here. I know that's not very ASMR-ish, but I was thinking, I'm a huge fan of like the ASMR nerd, the gaming channel. Well, he's not a gaming channel, but he does a lot of that on there. And one of the things he does is wandering in Skyrim. He walks through the different areas in Skyrim and shows off the beautiful areas and just, you know, talks about what he sees and everything, and it's very serene. And I noticed Red Dead Redemption 2, in between all the shooting and violence and outlaw stuff, there is a lot of beautiful areas on the map, and there's a lot of serene areas on the map that I think would be great to just kind of watch and listen to. I don't know why those keep cutting in and out. That's so annoying. I'm sorry for that. I'll hopefully get that fixed and figured out later, next time I do it. But, yeah, like Red Dead Redemption 2, I think would be great to have like kind of like a wandering through the game and seeing various sights and sounds and animals and stuff like that, because it's beautifully made. You know, the graphics are amazing. The sound is really awesome. So, I might do some more simple games like Banished. I haven't played that in a while, but I think that could be like a cool game to do on here. So that's just some ideas. But for now, let's get back to commentating on the game itself. So I have been doing quite a bit of battling here. A lot of hoo-hoots, a lot of rattatas. I'm going to be eventually making my way finally to Cherry Grove. And just getting to the next part of the map. Yeah, I absolutely love Pokemon. I've grown up with it for so many years. I'm 28 years old, so actually it's been about 20 years exactly since I got into the franchise. It was about 1998 when I first played Pokemon Blue, I think it was. And, or actually, well, I know I definitely got the cards. About 1998 or so, 99, somewhere in there. I got the cards, I got some of the books, and yeah, I wasn't able to get that Apricorn, whatever. Those allow you to make Pokeballs if you talk to a certain guy later in the game. However, the Pokeballs are not that useful. There's a couple of them that are okay, but it's very situational when they're going to be of use to you. So, I guess I was still trying to battle here to level up. I'm trying to remember. It's actually been about 3 or 4 days since I recorded this. So, but yeah, I start speeding up because this thing was just taking forever. But I was probably trying to level up again, maybe. Okay, guess not. It was at night. I was actually kind of hoping I could locate some Pidgeys, which is kind of like my favorite bird, I guess, of the games. Again, sentimental. It's what I grew up with. Alright, and the old man's going to show us around town, which is important because he's eventually going to give us the running shoes. And if you've talked to serious Pokemon players about Gen 4 for any length of time, they will eventually probably get into how they don't like how slow this game goes. It can be slow. So, I actually kind of like being able to do post-game commentary because it means I was able to clean up the video or anything that may have happened beforehand, except in this case, the stupid video cutting in and out on there. The other reason, though, is because I'm able to actually keep the mic like right up close to my mouth, which allows for it makes for easier editing. So, I was able to acquire some things that'll be able to help me make ASMR videos in the future, such as a proper stand for, well, it's for a camera, but I'm actually using it for my phone right now, but I have a proper stand for my phone to be able to set it up. And I actually have a computer desk now, a proper computer desk. So I'll be able to do like some overhead videos of some books and some comic book readings. And I actually have a lamp light for it as well to help illuminate better. And I actually might be able to do some drawing videos for the channel. I haven't done artwork in a long time, but that's actually something I may show off is my art collection that I have assembled, because I went and printed off a ton of my artwork onto actual photograph paper a few years back. I've done a lot of anime stuff in the past, so that might be something I show off on the channel as well. So, the thing is though, man, I haven't done drawing in a while, so I'll be pretty rusty. It might be a lot of erasing. So I'm just here buying some items. I was trying to see if I could get Pokeballs to catch some Pokemon for this particular episode, because I knew I wanted to do that before we ended it. However, I'm not able to get Pokeballs as of yet. Usually in these games, they have a couple of things they want you to do before they actually give you the Pokeballs to start your journey of catching them all, as they say. Of course, they don't say gotta catch them all anymore because there's over 700 of them. 800 actually. I think it's like 800 and... It's like 820 some odd. Somewhere in there. I think someone said that they would, like this next game is coming up, they would have to make 193 Pokemon to get it to an even 1,000. So that'd be 807 Pokemon. That's incredible that there's 800 plus Pokemon. Who would have thought? decades ago when this game was first coming out that there would eventually be over 800 Pokemon. It's so crazy. Like, the craze of this game was huge. We had no idea where it's going. Oh, the old man stops me again here. The guy gent loaded the map card, which that is important. A map can help. A map always helps. But yeah, you'll see a map of the region you're currently in. Yeah. Thank you. Let me go, please. Yeah, but who would have thought that when the Pokemon craze was just sweeping the USA, whenever it first came over here, when we were getting the cards and the figures and the games and the show and all the other miscellaneous items that were coming out that time, that we would eventually be at a point where we're talking about there being 1,000 Pokemon in, the series, and so many games you could play, and eventually you'd be able to play Pokemon on your phone. Okay, we finally see our first Pokemon outside of an owl or a rat, which is a spider. And I'm still using Tackle. I'm really, really waiting for that fire move. And poor Cora gets poisoned here. I don't always name my Pokemon, but usually I do. And there's a few times here and there where I just go ahead and let them keep their original name. And there's level 8. And I forget what nature my Pokemon has, but hopefully it doesn't lower special attack, because fire types are really good for that. I'm going to use an antidote here to make sure this thing doesn't die on me. And so, Gen 4 introduced it basically was splitting the moves. So there's physical attack moves, which of course are physical as the name suggests, and then there are special moves, which are non-physical attacking moves, where the Pokemon's not having to make direct contact. And used to, the moves were automatically made special or physical based on what type they were attributed to. For example, all psychic attacks were special. All fire attacks, I think, were special. All fighting moves automatically physical. Well, Gen 4 said, hey, that's not always the case. Whether it's a physical or special move just depends on the move itself. And I get an item here, another antidote. Great. Get to replenish the one I just used. And so, yeah, that's what's great about this generation. It also introduced a couple of cool items like Eviolites, which raises the defense and special defense of your Pokemon if it's not fully evolved, which is great for certain Pokemon like Scyther, who I may actually use on my team in this generation, in this playthrough, rather. I may actually use a Scyther. And here's a battle. Scyther wasn't so good in previous games, but after the introduction of Eviolite, as well as some better moves for it, it's decent. And it's even better in later generations when it gets hidden abilities, which that's a whole nother thing. But so, and we finally get over here. Yeah, apricorns. Yay, more apricorns. It's a pink one. But we finally made it to Mr. Pokemon's house, and we're going to be able to see what all this fuss is about, why he wants us here. And there he is. You must be Jack. It was I who sent an email to Professor Elm earlier. This is what I want Professor Elm to look out, whatever. Text going by too fast. Might be able to tell what it is. He's the best when it comes to things about Pokemon evolution. Yeah, I was going a little bit fast here through the text because I was like, man, this video's going a while. And there's Professor Oak. And with that, I'm a Professor Oak, a Pokemon researcher. And so you're Jack. I heard you were running an errand, so I waited here. Oh, what's this? A rare Pokemon. You must be helping Professor Ellis' research. Yep. Actually, he just gave it to me for protection to get over here. He didn't say I was keeping it. And he's going to give us a Pokédex to, I guess, complete Johto since he couldn't do it himself. So yeah, go meet Minicon's Pokemon and complete that Pokédex. But I've stayed too long. And I have a phone. Technically Pokegear, but whatever. It's kind of like McDonald's. Everything has to have Mech in front of it, just like everything here has to have Poke in front of it. Fun fact, because not everybody is aware of this, but Pokemon is shorthand for pocket monsters. Hello, Jack. It's a disaster. It's just terrible. Please get back here now. I will come back there, but I'm going to take my sweet time, I think, if I remember correctly. Got another Hoot. Level 4. Gotta go ahead and do a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Man. I actually don't. I'm talking about Pokemon Gen 8 and all that. I actually don't own a Nintendo Switch right now, but I need to get one because I actually wanted to play Let's Go Pikachu or Let's Go Eevee. It is a dumbed-down version of the games, but it still looks enjoyable. Looks like it's more story-based. And, yeah, I wanted to play that. I want to play the new Zelda game. Apparently it's amazing. Breath of the Wild is apparently amazing. Would love to play Smash Brothers. I haven't played one since the original one, the Nintendo 64 version, and that's one of my favorite games ever. In my top 5 all time. And of course, any other Mario games that come out, I might want to play those. So we're making our way back, making our way downtown. Whatever the rest of that song is, I don't even remember the lyrics. Got another battle here, and we'll speed through that because I'm trying to get back. So, if you waited all this time to see me catch Pokemon, I'm sorry, but it's not happening this video. I get back to the town and take care of everything, and the next video we'll be catching Pokemon and potentially adding somebody to our team and training them up and such. I mentioned in my strategy guide video, but this particular game had an interesting concept in which you were given this little device that you attached to yourself, and it counted steps, and basically you were walking your Pokemon in this game outside of playing it, and it could help you accumulate steps for points and such, and they never used that concept again, but it was an interesting idea. And I did notice some people were very disappointed that this particular game, or this new generation of games that's coming out, Sword and Shield. Oh, looky here. Let me hold that thought. We got our rival here. That's a Pokemon that's too good for a wimp like you. Don't you get what I'm saying? Why do you have a good Pokemon? I'll show you what I mean. Shut up, jerk. So, yeah, people were kind of disappointed that Sword and Shield isn't going to allow you to have a Pokemon follow you around like it does in this particular game. Which, yeah, kind of sucks, but... So we're going to use Tackle here. And this is why I level up my starter, because I want to make sure I'm able to take his out, because he's talking so much trash. I'm weak, huh? Well, my Pokemon's several levels higher than yours, so eat it. I love Totodile, though. Anytime I play through Gen 2, it's a hard decision between the two, because I love Feraligatr and I love Typhlosion a lot. I actually like Totodile more than Croconaw for Alligator, but you have to evolve your Pokemon if you want them to be their best, their most powerfulest. pointless battle. We defeated Passerby Boy. And he gave us 500 $. Time to go eat, son. He's going to be the world's greatest Pokemon trainer. That's what he says. I don't believe him. Give it back. That's my trainer card. Oh no, you saw my name. How did I get a hold of his trainer card? How did I steal that from him? That makes no sense. So anyway, let's head back and see what all the hubbub is about. Of course, we can put 2 and 2 together and see that, yeah, it was obviously him that stole the Pokemon. Because it just happened to be one that we could have gotten. But the idiots there at the lab, such as the stinking cop, he doesn't know that. So we're making our way back. And let's talk to them. And apparently I have trouble getting indoors. Who are you? We are investigating the case of the missing Pokemon here. Whoever did it will come back to the site. That's not always true, dude. Hold on a second. He has nothing to do with it. I saw there was a red-haired boy looking into the building. What? You battled a boy like that? He must be the one who did it. Did you ever get his name? I did. Now, he stole, and I happen to be a big wrestling fan, and for some reason Eddie Guerrero came to mind for me for this instantly. Like, I lie, I cheat, I steal. I lie, I cheat, I steal. So, I don't know how long it's going to take me here, because I'm being an idiot trying to figure out what to name him, but yeah, eventually go ahead and just name him Eddie. Man, that screen keeps flipping in and out like that. It might be the Desmoom emulator. I've heard that this emulator has problems. Visual Boy Advance, when it plays like the Gen 3 games or earlier, it does fantastic, but it can't play DS games. Desmoom can play DS games, obviously, that's what it's built for, but I just go ahead and call him Eddie, because he stole. When you steal, that's bad. Don't do it. Which, ironically, is kind of what I'm doing right now, playing this game, but we're not going to mention that. So, I'm glad I understood you are innocent. See you later. Okay, so he's just got one Pokemon left, which is Cyndaquil. I'm sorry, dude. You got stuck with it's the least effective Pokemon out of the 3 Johto starters. At least it is competitively. Typhlosion and Feraligatr are better. Yep, he gave me a Pokedex. That's incredible. He is superb at seeing the potential of Pokemon, or people as trainers. I knew you were a little different. Things are going to be fun. So he's going to tell me to take the Pokemon Gym Challenge. Which, of course, is just traveling through the land, battling all the gym leaders, and becoming eventually the Pokemon champion. Which seems like a really tall order to give a 10-year-old, but what do I know? This particular world operates very differently from ours. So yeah, let's go say hi to Mother. Again, having trouble getting indoors. Okay, I'll help you, but what can I do for you? So yeah, what she does is every time you win a battle, you get money. Well, she will automatically get about like half of it. And it can make it really difficult at first to have like money to buy items and things like that, but it does help in the long run, and eventually she is actually able to get you things that you can't purchase yourself, basically. So, but that's going to do it for this video. We're pretty much done here, and we're going to be moving on, and hopefully this video does well. So I'm saving here, and like I said, we're going to be doing a playthrough of this series on this channel, and hopefully I can get back to making more consistent content on here for you guys. Just giving back to a community that I use a lot myself. And thank you for anyone who checks out the channel and likes any videos, subscribes, watches them, anything like that. I very much appreciate it. and I will see you all next time. Thanks, guys.